So, I will be taking you through what we have done in terms of replicating our offline journey to an online space. So, first of all, Tanishq does not need any introduction. How we have the largest Indian retail giants across India. We have 488 stores. We provide, whenever you walk into a store of a Tanishq, you will get a very personalized experience, which some of these guys were talking about. So, we wanted to optimize this same experience in our online space, and that is what we will be talking about, how an offline store journey which a Tanishq gives can be replicated onto an online space. So, what is the goal that we were trying to achieve here? So, goal was to optimizing online sales by elevating customer experience. The customer experience that a Tanishq user gets in the online in the offline market, that same thing we wanted to replicate in this online space, and through two mediums. One was basically taking out new buying age initiatives and then driving customer engagement. So, what are the new age buying initiatives that we have incorporated in our web platforms and apps? There were 2-3 things. First was virtual try-ons, because a jewelry product in itself is a very touch and feel product. And if you can't give a user the same experience which when he visits or she visits in the store, it is not a same experience that you can replicate in the online model. So, there where virtual try-on goes on. Then you have a video calling. So, this is a part of assisted buying. When a user goes through your website and your apps, they want to know more about the product, not just about the dimension of the product, not just about the how look and feel is there. They also want to interact, what is the durability of it, what is the metal cast on it. So, there where video calling comes in the picture. The third would be how much assisted buying we can do through live assistant real time chats, which our Omni team takes care of. Whenever a user comes in, and if he is a logged in user and he is spending, let's say, 5 minutes on a particular page, we do initiate a real time live chats where he can get his query on and his queries should be solved. So, that is the 3 steps of the new buying age process. Then comes the driving engagement, which is basically the first and major rule of driving any online sales through the roof. And there comes our omni-channel strategy, which is very personalized in the nature. Let's say logged in user has come into our platform, and I know that he is interested in a gold coin, and he is trying to purchase and he is spending 5 or 10 minutes in purchasing gold coin. So, all those communication towards him will be just for the category of gold coins. That is how we implement this personalized strategy. And then this can be also optimized into our festive sales. For a brand like us, festive seasons like Akshaya Tritiya and Dhanteras becomes the core part of driving sales. So, these customer engagement touch points are utilized in these times. So, how you deliver any D2C platform, if you talk about any D2C platform, taking a personalized experience is not limited to customer acquisition, it is also limited to how you make sure the target right cohorts and give them the personalized experience. So, if I have to divide the whole engagement process into the 4 parts, there would be first the tapping on new visitors who comes to our website through anonymous journey, maybe logged in journey. Then there is enhancing customer experience through engaging existing buyers who are there on our website and apps. And then third would be the nudging abandoners. So, any e-com platform goes through these kind of products, and obviously we as a brand as jewelry, we have a lot of prospecting customers, because they come, our product views are through the roof, our add to cart are through the roof, but in terms of purchasing it into making a final decisions, there are a lot of abandonments happen. So, that is where nudging these comes into the place. That is the third part. And the last part is reactivating past purchasers who have purchased from us in the past, but now they have become dormant. How you make sure, trigger those customers to make sure if they have bought gold previously, let's sell them and cross-sell them other products so that they can buy again. So, these will be the 4 steps that we try to innovate and make sure we are delivering the personalized experience for these 2 users. So, one of the examples that we did when we were implementing certain campaigns, so this screenshot that you are seeing is one of the biggest campaign that we launched was the exchange campaign. So, exchange campaign is basically you buy your old gold and then you exchange it for a new gold pattern. So, for this is a purely offline medium sale that happens through our stores. But in online, how we have incorporated is through MoEngage is that we implemented lead gen campaigns here, where user, when he visits our exchange page or our website, he will be triggered with this notification or lead gen form. If he submits this lead form, our Omni team will call them. So, these are some of the things in terms of making sure, and these nudges has to be a very exact prompt. It should not be that when user lands, he will get these prompts. If he makes certain actions or spends certain amount of time, so that the user intention is high to look at or they scroll depth is high. If you just to know that if intention of the user is very high, then we will launch these nudges so that user have a high fill rate, and that's what you have seen in the data metrics. We have seen after implementing these two campaigns, we have 7.2% of CTRs and 5% of fill rates in the leads, which is almost around 5,000 leads each month. So that's what we have done with these campaigns. Talking about how you can engage users who are already in their on your website. Here the personalized communication works very well. So let's say one of the flows that you can see on the screen is like a user who has signed up with us, but did not purchase, let's say within 4 or 5 months. How you can engage these users to make sure that our relationship with the users are already there. So we have crafted our push notification, our communication strategy in such a way that if a user has interacted with a certain category in previous way, so he might be interacting with, let's say, bangles or pendants and all other categories, but his interaction towards affinity towards, let's say, pendant is more. So we have to drive these notifications in such a way, hey, you have signed up for us, but you have never purchased a pendant. Are you interested in our exclusive collections? So these kind of communications will tell users how you can make sure that the whole engagement process is there. So after all these kind of a notification that we have crafted in our user journey, this is what we have seen, that 25% increase in the retentions. That is where all this communication strategy has come into the place. Now, this is very important metric for any e-commerce players. As I was talking about, a lot of prospecting happens, if you are any e-com player or D2C player, especially for brand like us, there are a lot of aspirations of the users and the customers are attached with this. Even the offline prospecting happens first on the online. So in that case, how you will make sure that the online purchase is actually happening? There, this feature comes in. We establish this by implementing journeys in which the abandoners can come to our website and repurchase it again. So one of the things that we did was, if you see in the last screenshot, we implemented a OSM from the MoEngage. What it does, that if a user has added a product into the cart and then he is trying to show exit intent, means that when he shows exit intent, he is going to a cross button and he is trying to show that, okay, I have added, but I have no intention to buy it. There, we send a reminder, hey, you have a beautiful product in your cart, let's directly do the checkout. So in the essence, we are trying to reduce the step of the whole journey for the users. And if you see the numbers that we are talking about, with this single OSM, we were able to achieve 3.37% of the conversion rate. The second part of this is the WhatsApp communication. So WhatsApp communication, basically any user who is dropping off in the bottom of funnel, we will give them the product, hey, you left your product in your high, because we know that is a high intent customer. We give them the WhatsApp nudge and then a journey can be completed in terms of purchase. Now, this is one thing we did during the time of Akshaya Tritiya. Akshaya Tritiya and Dhanteras, as I was talking about, is the biggest month for us in terms of optimizing sales. So how you can deliver the same experience which is given in the offline medium, that becomes the key and crucial part of it. So there, what we did was, we had a huge amount of data sitting with us. We know which cities are buying which kind of products. Who has the more affinity? Bangalore has more affinity towards pendants or any other category in the gold jewelry. So what we did was, we created 3 categories. First was top selling plus geographic specific personalization that we included, which includes, if we know that in Bangalore, if pendants are more selling, we will if a user is coming from Bangalore, he will only see the banner of pendants. And then there is a second thing, if you see in the screenshot, any users who is browsing earring category, he will see this image in which he will be prompted that, hey, stunning design is there for you and you can buy this. So this is one of the use cases that we did. Then second was product specific personalization, which is more towards taking most wishlisted product, most cart added product, all these things were there. And the third is the AI based recommendation, which we implemented our own web platforms and app platforms. These recommended for you is basically on user behavior. If you are, let's say, browsing through pendants, the next complementary products comes to the chain. That AI understands, because most of the users, after seeing pendants, they see chains. That's where the recommendation for the AI based will come, if that, hey, pendants and chains are the complementary product, and you can see. And this has impacted in 107% in upliftment in recommendations in terms of AI recommendations. So that's the next. What we wanted to focus on, basically doing all these things, comes to a prior thing, perfecting our strategy for festive seasons. Although our regular sales, we try to nudge customer and make sure the purchase is happening, but the more crux and every thing goes behind making sure these abandoners and all those personalized journeys are utilized in our festive seasons. So, how the process works? First, recognizing the customer for which we can personalize the journey. The second is experiment whether it is working or not, and then iterate the same process. That's what we always have been trying to do. So, if you look at the screenshot, what is one of the things we have seen that any customer who has purchased past, let's say he has purchased a gold coin in the past, we will be sending a personalized communication. Hey, you have purchased a gold coin of range of 5K. Now we have exclusive coin collection, which starts from 15K. So, we are nudging them in a way in which he can get a personalized experience and then the propensity to buy can increase. The second would be experimenting with all the recommendations that we are trying to throw here. So, one of the things we noticed that if a user is spending 2 minutes on a gold coin, he has a high propensity to convert. And if he is spending, let's say, 5 minutes on a diamond product, because a lot of prospecting happens there, then he has she has the high propensity to convert. According to that, your recommendation engine should work. So, that we were trying to, we will be able to achieve it through this AI recommendation. Now, the third thing would be the push notification, how you can make sure the users are engaging with your content. Because our product looks after a lot of designs and user will also get confused in terms of adding to cart one set of product and then again browsing and doing this whole day around. So, you have to make sure that we have planning the same strategy for each and every customer according to the festive season that is going on. If Dhanteras is there, everybody will be buying gold. So, let's set up a timer in which you say, hey, Dhanteras Shubh Muhurat has begun, buy now to just get the best product into your cart. So, that is what the third strategy is all about in terms of how strategies should be. Then this is one of our biggest use cases that was there, because gold buying happens on a Muhurat time. It does not happens on a usual time. So, if you use such kind of personalization where you say, hey, your gold buying Muhurat has begun, it has resulted in 30% uplift in the conversion. Just playing with the emotions of the users where you nudge them a personalized communication. This is the Muhurat, you buy now and you can get the conversion as soon as possible rather than the product waiting into the cart. So, these were some of the things that we tried to achieve during our festive seasons and we saw those results. Yeah. So, thank you.